Welcome everybody. Thank you for coming to check out this channel, especially if it's your first time. My name's Larissa Shanti, and today we're going to be bringing you a nice little short flow to alleviate those tight hips you might be experiencing. But before we get started, I just want to say very quickly that if you get value from this channel, a like and a subscribe can really go a long way to supporting this channel and supporting free yoga online. So with that being said, come join me on the mat. Okay, so today we're gonna get started in our Dandasana. So just extend the legs out nice and long. Maybe shift the weight from side to side, really feeling those sit bones planted down on the earth. Feel free to remove any flesh if you like to. And then bring your hands down by your side. Start to press down into your palms. Lift up through the spine. Maybe your sit bones come off the mat a little bit, or maybe not. And then just soften back down. And now from here, you can start to lean back a little bit. And then we're gonna hover our right heel off the mat. Bend the knee, drawing the heel to the glute. And then just extend. And bring it back. You can take the knee out to the side a little bit if that feels a little bit more comfortable on your hip. And just playing with the orientation there. If you feel like something's a little crunchy or poppy, our hips are all shaped differently. Good, go ahead, relax it down. Same thing on the other side. So hover the left heel, bend the knee, draw the heel to the glute. And maybe you notice that one side feels a bit different than the other. That's totally normal. So maybe one side it feels good for your knee to go straight up, and maybe one side it feels good for your knee to go to the side. Everybody's hips are a little different on either side. Relax the heel down, sit up tall again, and then we're gonna take our right leg, bring it over the left knee. So the ankle comes over the left knee. And then from here, you can bring your right hand to your knee, other hand grabs the opposite foot, or just on the mat, whatever feels good. You can give a gentle pressure here if you want. Sometimes just the sensation of touch is enough, so just placing your hand there. And then when you feel ready, start to lean back again, bend that left knee, coming into a figure four. So again, we're trying to keep that long spine. If you feel like you're rounding, maybe just coming back a little bit more, thinking proud heart. And then while you're here, just flex and point those toes, the right toes. Noticing how that sensation can shift in the body as you point and flex. And then start to lengthen that left leg again, sitting up onto your sit bones. Your right foot plants down onto the mat, your right knee up towards the sky. Let's add the arms. So inhale, take the hands up overhead, find length. On your exhale, find your twist. So your left arm comes over the right knee, right arm goes behind the body. If this isn't quite accessible, you can just wrap the hand around the knee, giving it a little hug. While you're in your twist, press down through your sit bones, lengthen through the crown of the head, getting tall through the spine. On your exhales, you can twist a little bit more if it feels good, maybe peeling that back shoulder open, maybe looking over the back shoulder if it feels good. And then unravel a head first, then the arms, take the arms high, and then back down to the mat. Now from here, just extend that right leg. Same thing on the other side. So left ankle comes over the top of the right knee. Sit up onto your sit bones. Maybe give a little pressure with that left hand, or just leave the hand as it is. Sensation of touch can definitely be enough most of the time. And just giving it a little gentle warm up before we take it up into our figure four. And then start to lean back. Again, maintaining that proud open heart. Bend the right knee, sliding the heel towards you. And finding your figure four here. So once you're in your figure four, maybe you need to adjust again. And once you feel settled, just start to point and flex the toes. And start to extend that right leg back out. Left foot plants down onto your mat. Sit up onto your sit bones, getting tall through the spine. Add the arms, inhale. On your exhale, find your twist. Left hand comes behind, either hugging or wrapping that right arm with the knee. And then as you're here, press down through those sit bones, tall through the spine on the inhale. On the exhale, looking over that back shoulder, peeling that back shoulder open. Trying to feel the twist come from the upper back. Gently unravel, head first, then the arms, take them high, and then take them back down to the mat. Extend that left leg, and then start to draw both feet together here, coming into a butterfly pose. So soles of the feet together, maybe rocking from side to side again, feeling your sit bones solidly on the earth. Grabbing the ankles if they're accessible. If not, no worries, you can grab up high, wherever it feels good. Tuning into the sit bones, pressing down, lengthening through the spine, then hinging from the hips, leaning forward with the heart. You can use your elbows to kind of press the knees down if that feels good. But again, we're trying to maintain that long spine here. So I like to imagine that my big toes are right on the edge of a cliff, and I'm looking over the edge of that cliff, and that can help lengthen the back of the neck and find extension in the spine. Few breaths here, feeling that extension, feeling the hips start to open up a little bit more, inner thighs open up a little bit more. Then I want you to find your rounded back. So let the head drop, let the upper back round. You can bring your arms down in front of you if that feels good. And then notice how that shifted from maybe the thighs or back sides of the legs into the upper back a bit more. Can give a little shake, yes and no with the head. And then inhale, coming back up nice and slow. And bring your knees together. Let's come over onto a tabletop position. So hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Let's do a quick couple cat-cows here. Quick couple cat-cows, yep. All right, so on your inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart, lift your head. On the exhale, tuck your tailbone, round up through the spine, head dropping last. Inhale, belly drops, heart lifts, head lifts. Exhale, round, head dropping last. And come back to your tabletop. Your toes are tucked, take a big inhale. On your exhale, lift your hips up and back, finding your downward dog. Pedal out the feet a little bit, getting more into those hamstrings. And then take your feet wide. So take them to the edges of your mat. It's okay if the heels are lifted here, knees are bent, no worries. Then you can grab the outer edges of your mat with your hands. So you're taking a wide-legged, wide-handed downward dog. Then start to press your hips up and back. Makes it a little bit more accessible and easier to get into those hamstrings. And take those hands back to shoulder width. Feet come back to hip width. Then soften your knees down to the mat. Start to take those knees wide to the outer edges of your mat, or as wide as they go. Your big toes come together. Sink the hips down, arms reach long, forehead comes down to the mat, coming into child's pose. Taking a few settling breaths here. You can take your hands a little bit wider, making more space for the shoulders. And then just breathe into the sit bones here. Just try to feel them getting heavy, sinking towards the heels. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. That's not a problem. So just breathing in, making them heavy is all we need to do. Feeling that sensation opening up. And then you can stay here for as long as you like. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time.